Yo.
Hello, you guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Saving Stuff with Stephanie, where we are saving for future goals, cash stuffing to maintain financial discipline, all in hopes to become debt-free ASAP. And speaking of debt-free, today we'll be doing our debt update for May 2024. But we don't want to burn anything down. Calm down. Okay, I'm sorry. So if that's a video that you're interested in seeing and you want to know how far I've come with this debt payoff journey, just keep on watching. Okay, welcome back. First and foremost, I will give a small introduction. I am Stephanie. I started my channel here on this platform to pay off debt. That is the meat and potatoes of my channel, the main apple scrabble. I follow the Dave Ramsey 7 baby steps. And I started this journey February of this year, February 2024. So I saved my $1,000 emergency fund prior to creating any videos. I wanted to make sure I did that first because if you guys are not aware, I'll go ahead and put on the screen also what the 7 baby steps are. And of course, step 1 is $1,000 starter emergency fund. So I did go ahead and save that first. And then of course, step 2 is pay off all debt with the snowball method outside of your mortgage. So that is what we are working on now. So just to give you guys a brief synopsis of where I was when I first started this journey, as of February of this year, the amount of debt I was in was $24,722. And I do have 4 creditors. Amongst those 4 creditors are Capital One, Discover, American Express, and Navient, which is my student loan. So of course, in doing the snowball method, that basically means you pay the debt that has the smallest balance first, and then once that debt is paid, you of course snowball the amount you are paying toward that debt into the next debt. So that is the process that I have been following so far, and I think it actually has been working. So let's just get started with the numbers. Okay, so we left off, the last time we were here was April, because we are doing, what has been done in May. We left off, we had Capital One, and I did make some notes, I just wrote it down. Capital One had a balance of $672. My Discover card had a balance of $4,813. My Amex card had a balance of $5,852. And my student loan, or Navient, had a balance of $10,616. Okay? And I made this, you guys, because, I already had paper, and I had a laminator and laminating sheets. And when I created this particular little thingy, I don't know, I guess a debt tracker, I made it while I had the free, you know how you can get Canva Pro for 30 days for free? During that time, I tried to make as many things as I could with the Canva Pro, and that's how I made this. So I don't have Canva Pro anymore because I was not finna pay for that. But I may pay for the Pro later, but right now I don't make enough things to need Pro. But yeah, I just made this myself. It was inexpensive. It was basically free. So yeah. But debt 1, here we are, Capital One. The starting balance was $3,045, and the last time we were here, of course, $672 is the amount that we had left to pay. I wanted to get this paid off by the end of May, and per the numbers, it would have been paid off by the end of June. But I had some things planned. I had a yard sale, and I wanted to, go ahead and get this paid off because my thing is this: the longer you take to pay off debt, the more money you're going to have to pay toward it. So I'm trying to get everything paid off as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to get this amount paid off by the end of May. But according to the numbers, since I was only paying $350 a month, it wouldn't be until the end of June before I got it paid off. But because I did work some overtime, you guys, I have been doing this penny savings challenge and really trying to roll all of the weekly rollover money toward that. We were actually able, you guys, to pay off Capital One, May the 31st. And I'm going to insert a picture here so you guys can see this particular debt is gone. It is null and void. It is paid. And I am excited. This is the first one I am paying off. We can color in everything. Hey, Zoomy. That was my daughter, you guys. She just poked her head in. But let me get my pen so I can write this down. Where is my pen? I think it's up there. Okay, so the amount that we have paid, or we did get to pay toward Capital One, was the $672 that was left over for the month of May. So $672. So that leaves a balance of $0. This card is completely paid off. Yay! So now it kind of makes me feel like I'm actually doing something. I feel like I'm making progress. I feel like now things will start to amp up. So I'm so excited to color this entire thing because it is now paid off. Yay! Look at that. I'm going to just go ahead and color this whole thing too, y'all, so it'll look better. So we are finished. We are finished with Capital One. So I am just going to write on here. Paid. We are paid. That is paid. We are done. Okay. All right. So, yes, I'm so happy about that. But there is something that is going to change because now that I'm in this process, I kind of understand it better. Of course, you guys are aware. I am going to award myself or congratulate myself. I'm going to spend $75 or use $75 and buy something that I wanted or a few things that I want. Just to, you know, because I don't want to be one of those people who is literally spending money toward debt continuously for 2 and 3 years and they do nothing for themselves because the psychological aspect of that is depression and anxiety. I already have anxiety, so I don't need any additionals. So I am going to treat myself, I guess you could say. But just $75 is my limit. That's all I'm going to do. Give me something that I want just to say good job and keep it pushing. But there is something we are going to change in reference to how we're going to go about paying off the next few debts. And I'll explain. So, of course, you guys are aware that debt number 2, because the balance for it is the next lowest balance, would be the debt that would be getting paid off next. Debt 2 is my Discover card. It has an interest rate of 17.2%. And the balance that it's sitting at right now is $4,813, right? So you're thinking, okay, we're just going to snowball the $350 that we were paying toward Capital One into Discover. The amount we were paying toward Discover, which was the minimum payment, was just $100. So that would make that payment $450. It sounds good, right? Great, wonderful. However, I think it would actually make more sense for me to pay my Amex off next instead of Discover. And I'll explain to you guys why. I need to take this out so y'all can see this side by side. But let me see if I can. I don't know if I can. I'll just explain it. Hopefully you guys will understand. Okay, so Amex, number 1. The reason why I want to pay this one off next is because of the interest rate. The momentum of the snowball, it's just to give you quick wins so you'll stay on task, to change your behavior. For me, I feel like I'm already there. This is a process that I'm going to complete regardless. So me needing to complete it super fast is not I don't need to complete it super fast. I need to complete it in a way that makes the most sense monetarily. Does that make sense? Okay. So the interest rate on this card is 28%, right? Which is about 11% more than the interest rate on the Discover card. So that basically means that the longer I have this amount or a balance on this card, the more money I'm going to waste paying toward this card. So let's just look at the numbers. Okay, so the amount that this card started at was $5,972. I have paid over $600, maybe even $800 toward this card. But because the interest rate on this card is so high, From $5,972, it only went to $5,852. So let's see how much that really is, you guys. And this is how you put things into perspective. 5,972 minus 5,8. Is that right? Yeah, 5,2. $120. So out of about $800, $600, the only amount that has went toward the principal is $120. So you guys see how I literally just threw hundreds of dollars away because majority of the payment is going toward interest and is not touching the principal. And that just don't sit right with me. So I get, let's pay off the smallest balance and, that's great. But just the thought of knowing that I am literally throwing hundreds of dollars in the trash because it's going toward interest and not the actual principal. See, with my Discover, I'm only throwing $100 at it. And it's going down a small amount, but it's going more toward the balance, than this would be. And I'm throwing $200 at this. So it just makes sense money-wise for me to make this debt the next one. So that's what we're going to do. So instead of this being debt... Okay. So instead of this being debt number 3, this will be debt 2. And this one over here will be debt 3. Okay? So this is going to be the next one we're going to work on. All right. And let's see. I did check the balance on this one. I'm trying to think, is this the right color blue? Or is it this one? No, it's this one. I think it's this one. I guess we'll see. So yeah. Instead of paying $200 on this card going forward, we'll be snowballing the amount that we were paying toward Capital One, which is $350, into this debt. So every month we will be paying a total of $550 plus toward this particular debt. I did crunch the numbers according to a credit card debt calculator. I think I used Credit Karma's credit card debt calculator. It would take me 13 months to pay this debt off, whereas with Discover, crunch the same numbers, it would take 12 months. So that's not really that big of a difference in time, but it is a major difference as far as the interest that I would actually be spending. You know what I'm saying? The interest on this card alone, I would be paying over $1,000 in interest just to get it paid off. So I just wanted to go ahead and knock this one out. Because if I wait a whole year, ain't no telling how much in interest I pay on this. So we're just going to go ahead and work on this one. So let's see. The amount we were at the end of April was $5,852. And as of May, let's see. On the Amex, we are at $5,792. So let's use this pen. So we paid $200, and we're at $5,792. So that means over here, to have paid 5% is $5,745, and we are not there quite yet. So instead of 3%, we may be at 4% on this card. But that is going to change very, very soon because, of course, this is debt 2 now. Okay, so debt number 3, and I'm going to reorder these. So I'll go in order based on where these are located. And I'm going to take this one off as well. Let's see. This will now be debt 3. We always put $100 toward this one. And the last time we were here, the amount, it was $4,813. And now it is $4,781. So $4,781. Okay, so the green marker, is that this one? No, it's my highlighter. It's this one right here. All right, so 4,781. We may be here. Probably also 4%, not quite 5% yet, which is fine. Okay, and then the last debt that we have is our Navient for student loan. Let me get to that one. And it is here. And in April, the amount we were, and also before I go into the amount, Navient has the lowest interest rate. And that's one of the reasons why it is getting paid last is because of the amount of the debt, which is over $10,000. But it has a low interest rate, which is good. So that means, you know, the interest that it's charging me every month is less or a lot less than the interest I'm being charged on the high interest credit cards that I am using or have used. So we definitely want to get those paid off first. But the interest on this particular debt is only 2.9%, which is a very low percentage. It's about 3%, so it's definitely going last. But the minimum payment that we pay per month for this one is $130. And the last time we were here, the end of April, the amount was $10,616. And now the amount at the end of May was $10,386. So $10,386. We are not, you know, at the next level yet. Pretty much 4% again. I kind of got too close to 5, but it's fine. So on all the debts outside of Capital One, we're sitting at 4%, which is normal because, of course, Capital One was debt 1. But now that Capital One is out of the way and debt 2 is going to be Amex, we will start to see the Amex amount go down, or, you know, this go up a lot faster. Okay? So let's just do an overview of where we were versus where we are now. If I can close this. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Last month, or April, the amount we were in debt is $672 plus $4,813 plus $5,852 plus $10,616. We were sitting at $21,953 in debt as of April 2024. So I'm gonna write that here: 21,953. Okay, and as of May 2024, this is gone. So now we are at 4781 plus 4781 plus 5792 plus 10386. We are at $20,959. $20,959. So the amount we have paid toward debt, or the amount, you know, that has gone down, because we paid a lot. But it's only eating up a lot of interest. But we started off at $24,722. And right now we are at $20,959. So the amount that we have paid it down total in the last, 3 months is $3,763. So I think that is amazing. We are definitely going to continue. I think I'm doing a pretty good job for a single income household. We are knocking this debt down. I am going to have my yard sale. It'll probably be this coming up Saturday. So I'll allocate majority of those funds toward debt. And then I think I may actually go ahead and pay my insurance off to free up a little bit more with my bills. But I'll talk to you guys about that, because some things with the budget will change. But we'll go over that when I do my budget with me video later on this week. But I am ecstatic about this. I'm excited. I'm so looking forward to it. To be completely honest, it said it would take me about 13 months to pay off my Amex. And you guys, I am really wanting to pay my Amex off in 10 months. Maybe less, because you never know. God does work in mysterious ways. Don't ever cut him short. But maybe 10 months, I want to have the Amex paid off. So fingers crossed, you know, whatever we got to cross to get this particular debt paid down is what we're going to do. I may actually call them to see if I can lower the interest rate. But if I don't, it's fine. I'll just, you know, attack it like I did the first one. So you guys, that does conclude this video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you are also on a debt payout journey and you need some motivation, you need someone to go with you. As you guys can see, I will be on this journey for a nice little amount of time. If you have yet to subscribe, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, leave me a comment, and smash that notification bell so you're notified when I upload another video. I do so appreciate you guys for sticking with me on this journey. It is a long process. It is a difficult process. And I know some of you guys have already gone through this process yourselves, so big ups to that. But hey, just stick with me. I promise you guys, as long as I, can continue to do this, this will definitely get done. Okay? All right, you all have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.